嗨，佳玉老师好，请问有听到我的声音吗？你有听到声音吗？
没有，他管我。
你有听到声音吗？要慢一点。不是，你现在有没有听到我的声音？我现在有讲话。
有听到。
啊，谢谢佳怡。我们现在在测试就是直播的声音，看有没有听到声音。但是因为直播会比我们现在的讯息大概再慢个两分钟左右。
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Is everything all right? 等一下，请大家把荧幕要打开哦。
好。
Okay. 我们等一下准时上课，还有2分钟。然后我先看一下 ，Is everybody here? Tonya, Janet, Jason, Christine, yes. Given, yes. Mandy, yes. Emma, yes. Yuna, yes. Ethan, yes. Lily, good. May, Linda, okay. Hey, you guys are so on time. You are good. Okay, nice. 来，等一下上课哈，那我先看一下我的另外一台电脑。今天老师说要我帮大家复习。Emma, I like your name badge. 两个很专业的，名牌专业。OK。You have 1 more minute. You can do whatever you want. Hey, can everybody turn on your camera, please? 大家打开你的荧幕喽。Okay, and let's try your microphone if your microphone works. Okay, when I call your name, can you say here? Okay, you can say anything. Okay. All right, start from. Okay, start from Mandy.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, long time no see. Okay, can you move your camera for a little bit? Move. Okay. 让大家看到你的脸，因为你现在是侧面的。OK。这样子还是看不到。
Okay.
Good. Okay. And also Emma.
Here.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Okay. And Yuna. Do you like your English class?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Hi, Ethan.
Here.
Okay, I see you in the morning and I see you in the afternoon. Okay, you try to answer the question, okay?
Okay.
Can you answer Max's question, okay?
Okay.
And Lily.
Here.
Hi. Okay, good to see you. And Melinda. Hi.
Hello,
How are
teacher.
you?
I'm fine, thank you.
OK， 好，大家今天都有比较非常的那叫什么？勇敢一点表达，还是因为我的问题比较简单，你比较听得懂，是吗？所以我应该要用一个比较长的句子，对不对？好 ，All right, Tonya. Haven't seen you for a long time.
Here.
Good, thank you. And Janet.
Hello, teacher.
When teacher Max call your name, I always think about myself. OK， 他每次说哦 Janet 的时候，我就啊 Hi 这样子。Right, and Jason. Jason.
Here.
Hi, good. And Christine.
Here.
Good. Gavin. Gavin.
Hey.
Hey. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good, but I want to go home. Okay, and all right, everybody's here. 好啦，大家你们都很勇敢。这是我问你们问题，当然是比较简单的问题，也讲的比较慢。但是呢，如果老师有问你任何的问题，如果你听不懂的话，你可以说什么？比如说老师说，Hey Jason 啊，不，那你不知道老师在讲什么时候怎么办？
Sorry, teacher, I don't understand.
OK， 这是一个很好的，你可以说 Can you say that again？ 对不对？或者说 I don't understand， 这样懂吗？不要这样子，老师叫你你就这样呆住哦，可以吗？不要呆住，好不好？好，你们都是代表我们学校的那个精英分子，所以精英分子要怎样？加油 ，OK？All right， 好，那我们来练习一下好了。我来想一个难一点的问题，看有没有人想要回答。因为外国老师都是这样子，他就是会讲，然后他就会说谁要回答啊？你们要自己主动的回答，知道吗？所以你就主动的按麦克风，然后就主动的回答。他老师不会觉得，哎，你怎么没有经过我同意你就讲话？这样不会。好，你就主动的回答。好，啊，你也可以说，哦，我是谁？然后我想要回答这样子。All right， 好，我要问问题喽。好，问喽。好，听清楚哦。The question is, how are kids around the world different? How are kids around the world different? Janet, I think you understand my question, right? So can anybody answer my question? 陷入了沉思是吧？哎，亲爱的，你知道我在问什么问题吗？你们
知道啊。
知道，是不是就是这个？是不是就是这个？有没有？老师在上第一堂课的时候，他就说：“来，我们这个问题哈，会一直问，一直问，一直问，有没有？有没有？哦 all right. So maybe you can answer something like，来，我们先用中文想想看吧。你可以怎么回答？如果老师这样问你的话，世界上的小孩有什么不同？你就想好了，光台湾小孩跟哪一国的小孩，美国小孩有什么不同？
肤色啊。
肤色 ，OK， 你就可以说啊，肤色怎么说？
忘了。
颜色怎么说
Color。
对 ，color 嘛，对不对？那皮肤呢 ？skin 有没有 ？S， 哎，我来写一下给你们看哈。S K I N skin 对不对？所以你可以说 Our skin colors are different, right？ 除了肤色呢，或者说美国的小孩都几点就算放学，可能下午3点就放学，但是我们要去补习呀，对不对？你可以说 Kids in Taiwan, students in Taiwan have to go to Korean school after school, right？ 对不对？所以其实我们如果真的在讨论的话，有很多怎样世界上不同小孩不一样的问题啊。还有的时候我以前上课的时候，我记得我有给我的班有看一个影片，就是国外的小孩吃台湾的零食，还是喝台湾的饮料，有没有那个感觉？或者是我之前有跟你们分享说，哎，我出国的时候，我看到吃到国外的食物的时候，我感觉如何？还记得吗？对不对？所以你可以说啊，世界上的小孩吃的不一样的食物啊，对不对？所以如果今天老师问你说 How are kids around the world different？ 可不可以想一句话来讲？可以吗？每个人都想一句话吧。现在，好，先用中文讲中文哦。哈，刚刚有人讲肤色不同，好，那你要讲我们的皮肤颜色不一样，对不对？好，或者说我们台湾的小孩跟哪一国的小孩皮肤颜色不一样？好，来，赶快，有没有人要回答？用中文的，现在是用中文的时间，不要担心，好不好？有吗？没有，好，陈云珍。
我第一个想到是教育体系。
OK， 教育体系，你就可以说什么？ 教育体系很难education system。
好长哦。
对啊，那你可以说你可以说，比如说，我们需要去台湾，我们需要上学上12年，对不对？你就讲台湾，对不对 ？Students in Taiwan have to go to school for 12 years. Okay, but maybe in other countries， 但是在其他国家 maybe not. They don't need to go that long. OK， 好，谢谢。有人还要讲吗？我们下次用中文讲，我用英文告诉你。中文，加油！还有没有？快点，不然我要跳到下一个了。Emma 看起来很无聊，我要叫你哦。Emma， 你很无聊哦？多无聊？大概是有一点点无聊吧。那你来分享一个吧。台湾的小孩跟世界其他国家的小孩有什么不同？
我在想，
超多不同的啊。什么？你们真的不知道？你在跟我开玩笑？我早给你们看。
语言，
好，语言，那你就说啦 ，We speak different 什么 languages，right？ 或者是习惯不同。举例来说，外国人他们回家不会马上洗澡，他们晚上也不一定会洗澡。当然不是每个人啦，这是个人习惯。但是大部分的人，他们早上的时候，他们可能晚上洗一次，但是他们早上的时候，一早起床还是会再洗一次。但是台湾我们不会啊。请问我们在这边的有人一早起来洗澡的吗？不会嘛，对不对？这样知道我在说什么吗？好，以后会回答了吧？好，来同学再看一下这个。Alright, teacher asked me to share the recording of my voice. Okay, you can practice your listening and speaking with the file, okay, with this video audio file. Okay, let's listen to it. 所以这个就是我在念，我帮你们念全部的课文了哦。
I celebrated the New Year twice in 1 year. Do you wonder how? I celebrated the holiday in the United States and then in China. On December 31st, our city had a celebration to welcome the New Year.
好啦，有听到我在放吗？有吗？好，来，我们先直接回到我们的课本。那今天老师可能会让你们写更多是在那个老师说的练习本里面。但是呢，我现在因为我受到的任务叫做复习单字，对不对？所以呢，我们就要来复习一下单字 ，OK？ 好，然后里面有些单字有点难念，所以希望能够再帮助你们再会念一次，可以吗？好。来，这个以后老师说这之后会讨论，或许他之后最近就会叫你讨论哈。This is a game， 他等一下他可能会教你一个游戏叫 cricket，OK， 那他就是要叫你来比较一下 same and different， 相同跟不同 ，OK， 好，那这个之后再讲。来，这边又讲了一次，对不对 ？How are kids around the world different？OK， 所以你可以讲啊，我们庆祝不同的什么？ Holidays， 对 holidays， 所以你可以说 We celebrate different holidays。好，写给你看，就你一题。We celebrate 在哪里？这里，对不对？好，加什么？加 ed，OK， 或者是就不用加 celebrate， 这边是 ing， 但你不用加就 celebrate，OK， 一起念是 celebrate。只有一个人在念 celebrate， 等一下哦，这个有点难用。他不让我写字那我换一个给你好了。好，等我换一个。好，这个。好，来，你可以说 We celebrate， 有没有 celebrate different。OK， different holidays。OK， 就像是3月的时候，你们还在学校的时候，我有跟2班的同学分享过什么？那个绿色的有没有？
圣派翠克节
对，圣派翠克节，这个我们有庆祝吗？
没有，
没有嘛？可是别的国家他们有庆祝啊，就像我们庆祝新年啊、端午节啊，他们不一定有庆祝，对不对？所以这句话你就可以这样子回答，或者是请问一下，台湾人吃饭用什么？
筷子、
筷子。那美国呢？
刀叉，
对啊，对不对？所以你也可以说 we use 什么 different tool 知不知道什么工具 tools？OK，to eat。就算是韩国他们也用筷子，可是他们就用什么？有看过吗？扁扁的，他们的筷子是扁扁的，扁筷，对不对？哎，你看我这样随便讲就已经有2个句子，可以吗？所以等一下如果老师问你，你们就要会回答哦。好，那我们要回到这个阅读的地方。好，阅读的地方。好，那就要进入下一页喽。哦，一下飞太快。好，他说什么呢？他说 I 这个字会念了，对不对？来，请问有人要帮我念吗？这个字，主动练习，主动。
Celebrate.
OK，celebrate，yes，它是过去式，所以 celebrated。OK，I celebrated the New Year twice，叫做2次，对不对？就是周子瑜的那个 twice。OK， 好，要记得。好，2次。Do you wonder how 这个字来一起念一次 wonder，right？OK， 哎，来 wonder 这个字出现在哪里，你知道吗？在一本美国的小说。
爱丽丝梦游仙境。
没错 ，Alice in Wonderland，Alice in Wonderland。OK，Wonder 就是你想不到嘛，想不到的 land 是土地，想不到的土地就是什么仙境，可以吗？所以爱丽丝梦游仙境 ，Alice in Wonderland。OK， 好 ，I celebrated the holiday in the United States and then in China。好，来31号会不会讲 30？Yes, December 31st, our city had a celebration. Celebration 是名词，庆典的意思，哈，庆典。To welcome the new year. 来这个字 ，This celebration began with a parade. What is a parade?
游行，
只有一个人知道什么？上次我是想起来了。上次老师问你说基隆有什么很有名的，然后你们都讲不出来，我都好想帮你们回答哦，对不对？庙口夜市啊，好 ，night market， 对不对？你就说庙口 night market，OK， 好，那等一下如果老师问你说哦，基隆有什么很有名的 parade， 你会跟他说什么？
花车游行，
基隆有什么有名的游行？
好像没有。
确定？你在跟我开玩笑？你是不是基隆？你是不是基隆人？你们？Mandy， 你说什么？
老鹰嘉年华。
对呀、老鹰嘉年华，还有什么中原祭游行啊？
放水灯的那个。
放水灯，对啊，中原祭游行啊，怎么讲？对，不会讲，对不对？来教你哈，教你讲中原祭不会说哈。来，你可以把它抄起来，等一下老师讲的时候你就会了哈。中原祭的游行，你可以说什么呢？来，中原祭你们都知道了 ，Ghost， 什么是 Ghost？ 这样子，对，好，来这个字也学过 ，Ghost Festival，OK，Ghost Festival Parade。OK， 这样会了吗？中原祭游行。那如果是老鹰呢？老鹰嘉年华，那你 maybe 说 Eagle Carnival Parade。OK， 好。嘉年华这个字是中文直接从 英文的音译来的，可以吗？好，那这个我就不讲，你可以先记这个，因为那个 carnival 那个是高中的单词，比较稍微小困难一点。有兴趣的人，等一下课后可以问我。好来，要继续了哦。好，因为老师快要上线了，好，我们还有10分钟的时间。来，去做什么呢？A band play music and I got my face painted。好 ，What is painted？ 画画，对不对？好，来，然后他说 We were surrounded。来，这个字一起念 surround。surround 没有 ed 的时候加，没有 ed 的时候是 surround。OK， 那如果加 ed surrounded。OK。Just before midnight, everyone went to the park. The crowd counted down. 这次可以把它学起来哈。Count down. Count 是什么 ？1, 2, 3, 4, 技能3、4 under 托 God， 知道吧？好，你还会用几个国家的语言来念1、2、3，多学几个，可以吗？我现在目前会的是法文、英文、台语。还有西班牙文，还有忘记了，反正我之前有跟别人学过。好，那 count 就是算的意思。好，所以算什么呢？这样往下算，所以就倒数啊，可以吗？好，那如果你要唱邓紫棋的歌，你就知道这首歌怎么唱了。Count down，OK？ 知道我在说什么吗？好来。Counted down， 所以我们去倒数就是 count down，OK？ 在台湾我们也会倒数啊，我们会在电视前面，对不对？你有去台北101倒数过吗？超级的，千万不要去，疯狂 ，OK？ 好 ，The last second of the year, then came my favorite part。他最喜欢的是什么？Fireworks，right？ Fireworks。好 ，sparkle 叫做闪亮，闪亮。好，来继续喽。然后呢，他又说啦，那个他们就飞到China 去了，对不对？来，这个字 huge， 来一起念是 huge means very big，OK？ 好，那 travel 呢 ？travel 旅行，好 ，travel 是旅行的意思。来，这个字也很常见。Do you want to go traveling now？平常我的暑假的时候我都常出国，但是我已经2年没出国，觉得很伤心，很想要出去玩一下，对不对？但是我们现在因为疫情必须要等候 ，OK？ 好，再来这个字 ocean 是海洋，好，有另外一个字叫 sea， 可以吗 ？Gavin, do you want to sleep? Are you okay? All right， 好，再来，我来看看还有什么难的字哈。好来，clothing 衣服的意思 ，OK？ 好来，这个字叫 custom means tradition，OK？ tradition， what is tradition？ Something people do for a long time，OK？ Something that people do from a long time ago. For example, what is the tradition in Dragon Boat Festival in Taiwan?
传统
Yeah, what is the tradition? What is the custom in Dragon Boat Festival in Taiwan? Dragon Boat Festival. You don't know? What is the custom? Custom 刚刚讲的传统 ，OK？ On Dragon Boat Festival, Dragon 龙 ，Boat 船 ，Festival 节日，龙船是什么节啊？
端午节
Yeah, 端午节。So what do you do on Dragon Boat Festival?
划龙舟
Yeah, you have a Dragon Boat race. Race 这个字还会吧？RACE 竞赛、跑步比赛那种，有没有？好，所以老师问你 cousin， 上次他问你说，哎，你在那个中国新年都做什么？然后有人就说要拿红包，结果老师问说啊，谁有红包？就你们都没举手，你们是怎样都没红包啊？谁想要红包？你们都没举手，然后你们以后红包都给我算了，是不是？ 好，下次可以听清楚一点吗？可以吗？好，不会的怎么办？旁边偷查，对不对 ？OK， 好来 ，One custom is to have a family dinner，OK，、一起吃晚餐 ，includes 包含什么呢 ？Tasty dumplings，OK，dumplings，tasty 什么意思？很好吃，对不对 ？Tasty， 有一家台湾的餐厅就叫 Tasty， 哪一家？不知道。对啊，西提牛排的英文就是 tasty。好，这个没有业配哈，虽然我们有直播，但是没有业配。好来 ，dumpling， 什么是 dumpling？
水饺，
水饺可以吗？那什么叫做rice dumpling？
粽子，
粽子，
Yes， 很好。好来，然后所以他们就去到外面去 outdoors，right？ 好，然后呢，a rainbow of fireworks， 然后就看到了怎样像彩虹一样的那个烟火，对不对 ？Later that week, we watched the Chinese lion dance。然后上个礼拜我还记得老师有问说，哎，你们有没有身边的人会那个舞龙舞狮啊？我都很想帮你们回答哎，不是802班还有那个702班，不是有一堆人在那个武馆的，不是就会舞龙舞狮吗？好，他们不是都还穿那个舞龙舞狮的衣服来学校吗？对啊，你就可以说 my classmate，right？ 好 ，he can do the lion dance，right？Lion 是什么？狮子嘛，狮子的舞嘛，对不对？I've never seen anything like it， 我从来都没有看过。Each pair of dancers wore a fancy lion costumes，OK， 他们就是穿舞龙舞狮的衣服嘛，对不对？哦，他们第一次穿来学校，我看到的时候我有点傻眼，我想说他们在干嘛？对不对？因为他们只穿下半身，但是那个真的跳起来的人很厉害。对，他们如果好好练的话，他们出国表演是很厉害的。OK， 好 ，The dancers leaped through the air and did amazing tricks， 因为他们都可以怎样后空翻啊，还是干嘛的？因为他们要，你知道那舞龙舞是那个 lion dance 的那个头啊，很重知道吗？有玩过吗？所以尊重他们，他们也是有他们的专业的。OK，We went to the Lantern Festival。OK，Lantern 是指灯笼的意思，所以什么叫灯笼的节日啊？元宵节 ，right？ 好，元宵节。On the last day, the full moon hung like a balloon。OK， 这个是 hung， 好，这个是国2的单字。好，圆形叫做 hang， 挂着的意思 ，hang。OK， 过去式 hung。OK， 好，来，然后它怎样呢？这个满月啊，挂在天空上，就像是什么一颗大大的气球一样的，可以吗 ？Everyone made paper lanterns。我还记得老师会说，哎，你们有没有去那个提灯笼啊？没人要理他，很悲伤哎，可以理他一下吗？说耶，这样子哈，至少也点个头嘛，点个头也是，不然我每次都会说什么，不要让老师像白痴一样的自言自语，对不对？可以吗？拜托一下。哦 The two celebrations were different. They were the same too. We had one thing in common. 什么叫 in common? Same or different? Same 对不对？相同。好 in common 叫做相同。好 They were both exciting family celebrations to welcome the new year。然后它是一个很棒的什么家庭的庆典，可以吗？可以吗？好，这边有一个 summarize 叫做大意 ，use the most important details from Happy New Year to orally summarize how the narrator celebrates the New Year。好，那你如果要讲的话，你要说这个作者他怎样怎么庆祝，他去做了什么？第一个，他吃什么 ？Family dinner，OK，family dinner， 那个 Melinda 很棒 ，family dinner。And they go outdoors to see fire what? Gavin， 你说什么？我看到你的唇语了。Firecracker 是咻嘣，这种叫 firecracker。 但是101不会有 firecracker 吧？
work
那叫做 fireworks, right? Okay. And then they talk about what? They see
Lion dance.
yeah, lion dance, okay. And also they made their paper lantern, right? Made their paper lantern. Okay, so that's our review. 好，这是我们的 review。来，放心，我都会陪着你们，陪着你们上课，也请你们加油，不然我都很想帮你们回答，可以吗？可以吗？可以啊，我要帮你们回答。那你们要自己回答，可以吗 ？OK 吗？好，不要太害羞。好，你多回答，多学一点。你看，你8次上课，你就比别人多了8个多小时的什么 ？Your chance to talk to foreigners, your chance to talk to English speakers, so that you can practice your English speaking. Right? Okay? Try to listen. And if you don't understand, you can say, can you speak slowly? Can you say again? Okay? Good? Good? Right? And when teacher comes, please say hello to your teacher, okay? Don't just look at him. All right? Please say something. You can say, hello, welcome, my friend. Okay? You can say, nice to see you again. Long time no see. How are you? Did you go outside? Did you wear your face mask? Okay? Good? Good? 老师要来了哦，真的哦。好，那我们等老师来哦，我看你们会讲什么。好，开学的时候再给你们吃巧克力。All right? Good? Teacher's here. Say what? La 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 la. What are you going to say?
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
good.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
Come
teacher.
on. Too many people talking today. Not used to this. So many hellos. Hello, everyone. Good to see all of you. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's everyone doing today? Oh, after the hellos, no more. What's going on? How's everyone doing? Are we having a good day?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Me too. Little bit tired, but I'm feeling good, all right? Good to see all of you today. How was everyone's weekend? Saturday, Sunday. Did you guys have a good Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
Anybody do anything cool?
Watch TV.
Do we do anything cool? We just stay at home, watch anime, watch basketball, play
Yeah.
computer games. Is that what you guys did?
We just can't stay at home.
You just stayed at home. All right, well, that's what I did too. I didn't really do anything either. I didn't do anything fun. All right. It's good to see you guys though. How about where's Jason? Is Jason in here?
Yeah. Hi,
Did you watch the NBA games?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Who are you cheering for? Are you cheering for the Suns or for the Bucks? Or none of them? Who do you want to win?
Suns.
Suns, me too. I want the Suns to win too. All right. Very cool. Like I said, I like to watch basketball too. So I watch a lot of basketball. All right. But anyways, are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Did you guys already look at the vocabulary again?
Yeah.
The words, yeah? So if I ask you guys, will you know all of them? Ooh, that doesn't sound very confident. So if I ask you guys the vocabulary, will you guys know? Maybe, possibly. Should we try? I think we should try. I think we should try. We should see how many you guys remember, okay? Now, first, before we start, we still have 3 more words, right? Did we finish this page? Can I ask you guys, did we finish this page? Page 7?
No.
No, we didn't, right? We still have 3 words to do, or yes?
We just finished travel.
Travels, only travels, right? Okay, no problem. So we have 2 words left today. But don't worry, we get to that later. I want to see what you guys remember, which words you guys know, all right? Don't worry, if it's not a test. I'm not going to give you a bad grade. I just want to see which words you still remember, okay? So let's just start from the beginning. Common, okay? It says tag is a common game that children like, okay? And our question was, what are some common places to go to in your neighborhood? Anybody, doesn't matter who. Who wants to tell me the sentence they wrote for common? All right, common, this one right here, common.
The same.
The same, but what was the same sentence? What was your answer? Anybody? All right, I'm gonna have to start choosing again. Let's see. How about Yuna? Now I said Yuna because I'm sorry, I still haven't memorized everyone's name, and Yuna's the only one with a name tag. Okay, so sorry, Yuna. Yuna, what did you write for common? This word right here, common. What sentence did you write?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you write something down? Did you write a sentence? Okay, let me get all my other names. I'm sorry, I should have done this earlier. Here we go. All right. If Yuna doesn't know, that's okay. No problem. How about Christine? What did we write for common? What sentence did you write?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's do this one more time then, okay? We'll do this a little bit faster since we already did it before, okay? Common. What are some common places? That means places that you guys go to a lot. You guys go to a lot. What is a place that you guys go very many times? You've been to so many times.
The night market.
Night market, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we wrote last time. So a common place to go to in your neighborhood is the night market, all right? Thank you very much. All right, so common means things that you do a lot, all right? The next one is costume. And we said there is a holiday that a lot of people wear costumes. Okay, which holiday do people wear costumes?
Halloween.
Halloween, easy, okay? Boom, let's move to the next one, all right? Customs. Now, this one's a little bit harder. This one's a little bit trickier, okay? Customs. Remember, a custom is something that you do every single time, all right? You do it all the time. It says a turkey dinner and a family gathering are Thanksgiving customs. Now, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here. So what is a holiday custom for Chinese New Year's? What do you do for Chinese New Year's every single time? How about Gavin? What is something that you do? What is one of your customs for Chinese New Year's?
Eat family dinner.
Eat family dinner. Perfect. That's a good one. All right. Is there any other family custom? How about who raised their hand? Who was that? Nobody. They put it back down. Okay. How about Jason? What's another holiday Chinese New Year custom?
I watch fireworks with my friend.
Perfect. You watch fire. Okay, good. You watch fireworks with your family and friends. All right. There's one more custom that most people do for Chinese New Year's. I think you guys know which one I'm thinking. Everybody likes to get it. Everybody likes to get this. What is it? What is it? What do we all like?
I like.
I like it too. I like it a lot. It usually comes in a red paper envelope. What is inside this red envelope?
Lucky money.
Lucky money, all right? It doesn't even have to be lucky. I'll take unlucky money. It doesn't matter. Money is money, right? So good. We take money. We get money from red envelopes, okay? Now, right now, you guys are young. You still get. They give you red envelopes. When you get a little bit older, it's going to be your turn to give red envelopes. So maybe you will not like this custom as much when you grow older. I used to love it. Now I'm like, because I have to give the red envelopes now. It's not quite as fun and not quite as good. All right. Favorite. This one's easy. Okay. It says, what is your favorite season? That's a boring question. Okay. Remember, what did we talk about last time? What is your favorite? Let's do this easy one. What is your favorite food? What is your favorite food? How about Mandy? The one you like the most. What is your favorite food?
I like
How about you say, if you don't know what it's called in English, you can say it in Chinese and I'll try my best to tell you what it is.
I like favorite hamburger.
Hamburger. Oof, me too. I like hamburgers too. All right. Hamburgers are pretty good. All right. How about Jiahua? What's your favorite food?
Steak.
Whew. Ooh, that's expensive. All right. I like that too. I like steak, but steak costs a lot of money. All right. Steak is good. Steak is great. How about one last one? You, Yuna, or yes.
Can I answer?
Yeah, of course. What's your favorite?
My favorite food is McDonald's French fries. Do you like it?
I love McDonald's French fries. So good. Now let me ask you, which one is better? McDonald's French fries, Moss Burger French fries, or Burger King French fries? Which one is your favorite?
McDonald's.
McDonald's by far. McDonald's is way better than all those other ones. I don't even eat Burger King French fries because I don't think they're good. All right, so McDonald's by far is the best. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Has any one of you ever been to California? Has anyone ever been to California in America? California is Jiazhou, California. Has anyone ever been?
No.
No? Okay. There is one hamburger place in California whose fries are even better than McDonald's. It's called In-N-Out. Okay, but there's no In-N-Out in Taiwan. Kind of sad. All right. Thank you, though. Thank you for answering that question. All right. Now, our next one, parades. Our band marches in the town parade. So a parade is when a lot of people get together, usually for a celebration. Okay, and it's loud, there's a lot of music, there's firecracker, there's dancers. Okay, what do you like about parades? What do you like about parades? You just tell me one thing. One thing you like about parades. How about, who did not answer a question yet? Emma, have you answered a question?
I like
What do you like about parades?
Festival parade.
Yeah, I like festival parades too, but what do you like about it? Do you like the music? Do you like the dancing? Do you like the firecrackers? Do you like the costumes? What do you like about it? Nothing, you just like everything about it, which is okay too. Okay, I'm just gonna guess you like all of it. All right, parades are fun, parades are cool, all right? Now let's get to our new words. All right. Now the first word is a little bit longer, so I want you guys to, well, I'll try to say it with me, okay? Hopefully you guys will. The word is surrounded.
Surrounded.
Thank you. One person. Anyone else? Surrounded.
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 Hey, it's not okay. I like that. Good job. Okay. Surrounded. Surrounded means to be not covered. Surrounded means there's a lot of it around you. A lot of it around you. Okay. So it says we are surrounded by flowers. That means there's flowers all around. Could be in front of you. Could be behind you. To the side of you. Okay. Surrounded just means everywhere. So it says, how can you travel to a place surrounded by water? This is a pretty easy one. So how can we go somewhere if everywhere is covered by water? What do you guys think? I mean, I could only think of like two ways. How can you travel to a place surrounded by water? I mean, one of these you guys should know. In Geelong, there's a lot of these, right? Because you guys are right next to the water. There's a lot of, starts with the B.
Boat.
Boats. Right. You can travel by boats, or you can just swim. One or the other. Okay. You can either swim to a place that's surrounded by water, or you can go by boat. So how can you travel? We can travel by boat. Okay. We can travel by boat. That means we can go on a boat. We can go to wherever there's a lot of water, surrounded by water, a place. All right, give you a little bit of time to write that down. All right. Now we already did travel, so we're gonna skip over this one right now, okay? Actually, no, let's not skip over it. Travel means to go from one place to another, okay? So after COVID-19 is gone, where is somewhere you want to travel, okay? Once everything opens back up, no more COVID, we all get our shot, where is somewhere you want to travel?
I want to travel Japan.
You want to travel to Japan? Me too. Me too. I want to travel to Japan. Anywhere else besides Japan? Anyone? Does anybody want to go to Korea? No, nobody likes Korea. Okay, sure. Does anybody want to go to America?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go to America? Where?
New York.
New York. That's cool. My brother lives in New York. He lives in New York. So he lives on the very east side of America. I'm from California. I live on the very west side, so the left side. He lives on the very east side. Now, New York is cool. I like New York a lot, but it gets very cold in the winter. There's a lot of snow. There's a lot of people. I don't like to be around a lot of people. I like to be very comfortable. I don't like to be very crowded. So New York is not quite for me. But I would like to go back to America because I haven't been home for quite a few years. I would like to go home, see my family, see my friends, but that's all later. That's later when there's no more COVID, okay? Thanks, guys. Good job, all right? Our last word is wonder. wonder, okay? It says, I wonder when it will stop raining. To wonder means to think about, okay? To think about, wonder, okay? So I'm thinking about when it will stop raining, okay? And it says, what are some things you wonder about, okay? What are some things that you think about? Maybe when you're sitting in class and the teacher's kind of boring and you're not really paying attention, your mind starts to think about all sorts of different things, right? I mean, when I was in school, I used to daydream all the time. The teacher would be like, "Brah, brah, 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 brah," and I'd be like, not even listening, okay? So that's called wonder. I'm thinking about different things, all right? So the question is, what are some things you wonder about? What are some things you think about when you're on your own? Okay, I'll go first. All right. Sometimes when I'm teaching class, just like I'm doing right now, I'm teaching, I'm talking, but at the same time, I'm thinking like, hey, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? I'm pretty hungry. Should I eat McDonald's French fries? Should I eat hamburgers? Should I eat sushi? I don't know. So that's something that I wonder about a lot. Okay. I wonder what I'm going to eat. Because I like to eat, if you cannot tell. All right. I'm not very skinny. Okay. So those are some things that I wonder about. All right. I also wonder about, I wonder what my dog is doing at home or something like that. Okay. So anything that you kind of think about by yourself. Okay. Now, when you guys are thinking, sometimes your thoughts, what you're thinking about is very private. You don't want to share. Okay. So when you answer this question, you don't need to write something you actually think about. You can make one up. That's okay too. All right. What are some things you wonder about, you think about? Okay. What are some things you think about? Does anybody want to share an answer? No, it doesn't look like it.
Yes.
Okay, that's all right. What do you want to share? Let's hear it.
My future.
You wonder about your future. Whoa. All right, that is a very deep one, okay? That's very personal. I like that though. And what do you think about? Do you think about where you're going to go to college? Or do you think about, do you want to stay in Taiwan? Or do you think about what you want to do for work? What do you wonder about when you're thinking about your future?
My work.
Your work, okay? And what do you like? What do you think is interesting?
I like draw.
You like what? I'm sorry.
Draw adult anime.
Oh, okay. So you like drawing, which is great. Like me, I'm a terrible artist. I can't draw anything. All right. I'm really, really, really bad at it. Okay, so that's great. You wonder about what you're going to do in the future. Okay. Now let me tell you, what you think about now can change. Okay. When I was your age, you guys are 7th, 8th grade. When I was in 7th, 8th grade, I hated school. I was a really bad student. Okay. I hated doing homework. I never did homework. And then I was always the student in the back of the classroom, like, rah, 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 just talking when the teacher is talking, never paying attention. Okay. And I made a lot of my teachers angry. A lot of my teachers hated me because I was a bad student. Okay. So I thought to myself, I wondered, like, hey, would I ever be a teacher? No, I never thought I would be a teacher because I was a terrible student. Okay. So now, when I get terrible students, I just think about as it's punishment. They're punishing me for the things that I used to do. Okay, so they're trying to get even with me. So, but things change, you know, you might think you want to do this now, but 10 years later, things change. Now, I hope you become an artist because if that's what you really like, that would be really cool. Okay. Now let's write our sentence for wonder. Okay. Now I'm going to write what I wonder about. So I said, I wonder what I'm going to eat for dinner. Okay, now you can write the same one as me, which is okay. Or if you have something else you want to write, you can do that too, okay? So I wonder what I am going to eat for dinner. Okay, I wonder what I'm going to eat for dinner. Now, I already know what I'm going to eat for dinner, so I'm not wondering about that for today. I'm going to eat my lunch that I have not eaten yet, my 便当. I have not eaten that yet, so that's what I'm going to eat for dinner. Okay, let's see, is everyone finished?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, if everyone's finished, we're going to move on, okay? Now, this section right next to it, we're going to skip over for now. We will come back for it, okay? Because this is something very important too. It's called a simile, but don't worry, we come back for it later on. I want to start answering some questions about the story, okay? All right, so let's go to this page right here. Now, this page talks about something very important when it comes to reading and writing. When it comes to reading and writing, this is very, very important, okay? Now, what I want to talk about today is something called visualize, okay? Visualize. So when we are reading a story, the author, the writer, has to write something where we can understand, where we can see it in our head. When we can see the story in our head, that's called visualizing. Okay, so let's think about it this way. Let me write a few sentences on the board, and you tell me which one can you visualize better. Okay. Okay, so this first sentence right here says, I ate a steak. Okay, somebody earlier, who was it, Jiahua, who said he liked to eat steak. Am I right? Was that you? Yes, I think it was. Okay, so I ate a steak. Now I can see that in my head. When I say I ate a steak, I can see in my head somebody eating a steak. Okay, now it's a sentence, but it's not a very strong sentence. It's not a very good sentence. Okay, now if I write a sentence with more descriptions, more adjectives, adjectives are words that help us describe a noun, that tell us a little bit more. If I write something like, okay, look at this sentence here. I ate a big, juicy steak with fries. Now it's kind of the same thing. We're still talking about eating a steak, but I've added a few words that help us talk about the steak. Maybe it'll help us see in our head a little bit more. Okay, so if I say I ate a big, juicy steak, big and juicy are talking about what? What are we talking about, big and juicy?
Steak.
Steak. All right, so these words are talking about our steak. Now, when you read these two sentences, which one can you see in your head a little bit more? Which one can you visualize better? Would it be sentence one, I ate a steak? Or would it be sentence number two, I ate a big juicy steak with fries?
Two.
Which one can you see better?
Two.
Number two, right? Good. Number two will help us visualize. So that's really important when it comes to writing and reading. Reading and writing, okay? The more descriptions we use, like big and juicy, the better our readers will be able to see in their head what we are talking about. Okay, so these words are really important. These words are called adjectives. And our adjectives always are talking about our noun, okay? So don't worry, that's a big word. You'll get used to it. We'll study more on that, okay? So don't worry too much, okay? So visualizing, that's what's important, to be able to see what we are reading in our head, okay? Where is it? Okay, when you read the last two sentences on page 4, use the author's words. The author right here is the author is the writer, the person who wrote the story. Okay. The writer's words to help you visualize the event that is happening in the story. Okay, so let's read this part right here. And let's see, can we visualize this in our head? Can we see this in our head? Okay, so I'm gonna read it, okay? Unless somebody else wants to read it. If somebody wants to read it, you can. If not, I will read it, okay? Then we stepped outdoors to watch a big parade. At the end, a rainbow of firecrackers snapped and popped in the sky. All right, so there's a few of these words that really stand out, that really help us see this picture in our head. Okay, there's a few different words, and these words are talking about what's happening. Okay, so my ideas of words that help me visualize would be like, let me choose a color, I'll use purple. Okay, at the end, a rainbow of firecrackers. That means there's lots of different colors, right? If they just said at the end there were firecrackers, like, okay, yeah, I can see that too. But if they say at the end there was a rainbow of firecrackers, that helps me see it in my head a little bit more. Like, okay, it was very colorful. There was a lot of different things that were happening. Okay, so a rainbow of firecrackers snapped and popped. Snapped and popped. Now these words help me see that it was probably really loud, okay? Because firecrackers are not quiet, okay? We can write this sentence to be a very boring sentence. We could say, there were firecrackers in the sky. Like, okay, sure, there's firecrackers. But if you say at the end, a rainbow of firecrackers snapped and popped in the sky, these words really help me visualize this in my head, okay? So let's look at the question on the bottom. It says, reread the first paragraph on page 5. Discuss. Discuss means to talk about, like we're doing right now. We are discussing, right? Discuss the Chinese lion dance. What words help you visualize the dancers? Okay, so let's go back to page 5. Let's go right here. All right. Now the first paragraph is going to be this one right here, paragraph 1. All right, now this one I am not going to read. I'm going to choose somebody to read. All right, does anybody want to volunteer before I choose? All right, here we go. I am going to choose Mandy.
Later the week, we watched
Good, watched.
Chinese lion dance. I did
Never
see anything like it. Each pair of dancers wore a fancy lion
costume. Good, costume.
made of clothes as yellow as the sun. The dancers
leaped through the air.
leaped through the air and did amazing tricks.
Good, tricks. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. That was awesome. Okay. So there's a few words in here that really, really stand out, that really help us see what their costumes look like. Okay. So there's one phrase in here. There's a group of words that talk about the lion costume and what it looks like. Okay. Can anybody help me out here? What's the group of words that tell us about the color of the costume?
Yellow and sun.
Hey, good job. Yellow as the sun. So we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, their costume is as yellow as the sun. Now, do you think it's actually the same color as the sun? Probably not. No, probably not. But it's giving us a picture in our head, like, okay, it must have been really, really, really yellow. In order to be as yellow as the sun, it had to be super yellow. Okay, good. So as yellow as the sun. I like that. Okay, nice job. Now the next one is talking about the dancers. The dancers leaped. Leaped means to jump. Okay, so this means to jump. The dancers leaped through the air and did amazing tricks. Now let's think about this sentence really quick. What sounds better? The dancers leaped through the air and did amazing tricks, or the dancers jumped and did tricks? Which one sounds a little bit better? Which one can you see better in your head? The dancers leaped through the air and did amazing tricks, or the dancers jumped through the air and did tricks?
The first.
The first one, right? So these words are really helping us visualize. They're helping us see what the writer is trying to tell us. Okay, good. So let's go back down to our question here. Okay. Visualize. We just discussed the Chinese lion dance right now. What words help you visualize the dancers? What words really helped you see the dancers in your head? Now, there was just two of them that we talked about. What was the first one?
As yellow as sun.
As yellow as the sun. Now, what was as yellow as the sun? Their hair, their clothes, their skin,
costume.
their costumes. Good. Okay, so I'm going to write their costumes were as yellow as the sun. Okay, that's the first one. So let's write that one down first. Their costumes were as yellow as the sun. Okay, now that sounds better than their costumes were yellow. Like, cool, their costumes are yellow, awesome. But if you say, man, their costumes were as yellow as the sun, that's helping me a lot more as we're reading. All right, now there was one more that was talking about how the dancer, or not how the dancers, what the dancers did. What did the dancers do? The dancers did what kind of tricks? What was the word they used? The dancers did what kind of tricks?
Leaped.
They leaped, okay, so they jumped, good, that's one of them. But what kind of tricks did they do? How about Melinda?
The dancer leaped through the air and did amazing tricks.
Nice, they did amazing tricks, okay? So it's better than said, yeah, they did some tricks. Okay, nobody cares. But if I said, man, they did some amazing tricks, that sounds a lot better, okay? So I'm gonna write, the dancers did amazing tricks. Now, amazing just means really awesome, something really, really, really cool. All right. Now, if they were doing boring tricks, nobody's going to say they're doing amazing tricks. So they must have done something really awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Is there any students in here that like to dance? Are there any dancers in here?
Our classmate.
Your classmate, is he in
Yeah.
here now or no?
No.
No, he's not in here. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. I can't dance. I never learned to dance. I don't like to dance. So I will not be doing any amazing tricks. Okay. But I know dancing is very popular, especially in Taiwan. Like sometimes when I'm just driving around Taipei, I'll see groups of kids, you know, out there practicing their dance moves every day. And sometimes I think it's really cool because they're doing something that I never did. So sometimes I wish I was a good dancer, but I've never tried. Okay, so it's kind of cool to go around and see everybody doing these cool things. All right, are we good? Can we move on?
And Yes.
All right, because I'm going to erase it now. Okay, let's do one more page and we'll stop with this book today. We're not going to do too many. Okay. Now, this is what I want to talk about now. Happy New Year is the story we just read, is a realistic fiction. Realistic fiction, okay? Now, let's go back to my whiteboard. Now, who can tell me how... Oh, hold on, let me change my color. I didn't like that. Who can tell me how fiction and nonfiction are different? Does anybody know? How are they different? If a story is fiction, what does that mean? Have you guys learned that before? No, it's okay. I can talk about it, okay? It's not a problem. So a story that is fiction is a story that's made up. Somebody made the story up. It's not a true story. Okay, it's not a true story. Somebody thought about it and they just wrote this story. Okay, now nonfiction is the opposite. It's the other side. Okay, so if I say nonfiction, do you think it's a true story or a not true story?
It's a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story. Okay, so nonfiction is a true story, which is kind of weird because they have the word non in the front. To me, non means not. So usually nonfiction would mean not true, but it's just, I don't know, English is weird. I didn't make it up. I don't make the rules, okay? But nonfiction means it's a true story. Fiction means it's not true, okay? But what we are talking about today is realistic fiction. Okay, now that's a big word, I know, but let's just break this word down. What's real mean? What's real? If something is real, what does that mean?
In the world.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear you. If something is real, it means it's not fake. It's like what? Like 真版, right? Like real. Okay. So realistic fiction. So we know fiction is something that's made up. Okay. So it's a story that probably did not happen. Okay. But when we say realistic fiction, that means it's a story that somebody made up, but it could be true. Okay, it could be true. This could really happen in real life. It's something that can really happen. Now, if we are going to write a fiction story about zombies, does everybody know what a zombie is?
No.
No? Okay, let's have that bad example then. What about, do we know what a unicorn is?
Unicorn.
A unicorn, I'll show you really quickly, and then you will know for sure. Okay, a unicorn, okay, is not this. Don't look at that. This is a unicorn.
No.
Okay, does everybody know what a unicorn is now? I guess this could be it. This could be a unicorn right here. All right, it's a horse with a horn on its head. Now these things, are they real or not real?
Not real.
It's not real, right? Unicorns aren't real. So if I say, I'm going to write a fiction story, okay? Fiction means made up, right? So fiction story, and I'm gonna write about unicorns because they're not real, it's fiction, okay? But what if I say, can I write a realistic fiction story about unicorns?
No.
No, I can't, because in real life, unicorns don't exist. They're not there. They're not real. Okay, so if I say realistic fiction, it has to be about a story that could be true. It's not a real story, but it could be true, right? Could be. That's the most important part. That's realistic fiction. A story that's made up that could be true. That means there's no unicorns, there's no vampires, there's no, I don't know, superheroes, right? There's no like Superman or anything like that, because that's not real. That would just be fiction. That's not realistic fiction. Realistic fiction could be true. Now think about the story that we read about this Chinese New Year, Happy New Year, okay? Could this story, we know it's made up, we know it's fiction, but could this story be true? Could it be real?
It be real.
It could be real, right? There could be a person who goes and celebrates New Year's in New York and then flies to China and celebrates Chinese New Year in China, right? That happens all the time. I used to do that when I lived in America. I would celebrate New Year's December 31st in America. And then after that, I would come to Taiwan and I would come see my grandpa during Chinese New Year's. So who knows? Maybe this story is even about me, except I'm not a girl. The person in this story is a girl. Okay, so it could be real. Okay? It could be. It's not a true story, but it could be. All right. So it says, I can tell. Well, let me write. I can tell that Happy New Year is realistic fiction because the events of the story could be real. This story is told by a person who could be real. All right, good. Now, something else we need to talk about before we answer the question. Point of view. Now, this is going to be a little bit confusing, all right? So you guys just hang in there. I know this is not the most exciting thing to talk about, but it's also quite important, okay? Right now, the most common, that means common is one of our words, the ones that we see the most, the two different point of views would be first person and third person. I don't know why there is a second person, but nobody ever talks about that, okay? The only ones we will talk about are the first person and the third person. Now, I'm going to write two sentences on the board, and then I want you to try to tell me how they are different, okay? So, I like hamburgers, okay? I like hamburgers. Now, who is I? I is Max, right? We're talking about Max, okay? So first person, let's just write Max over here. But I'm going to say I like hamburgers. Now, from the third person point of view, I'm going to write Max likes hamburgers. Now, these two sentences mean the exact same thing. They mean the exact same thing. Both of these sentences are talking about me. They're talking about Max. But how are they different? How are these two sentences different right here? There's one word in each sentence that's different.
Person.
Person. The person, right? So in the first person view, here I'm going to change my color. Okay, the first person view will always be told in I, because it's the person who's telling the story. They're acting like they're talking to you. Okay, so that's our first person view. They're always going to use I. Okay, now if a story's in a third person view, it's not going to be I. It's going to be the person's name. It's going to be Max. Okay, because first person view is always like I am telling you the story. Okay, I am the person in the story. I am telling it to you. But the third person view is just a person telling the story. It's not going to be me. It's somebody else telling the story about me. Okay, I know it sounds a little bit hard. It's a little bit confusing, but let's do it one more time. Let's talk about it one more time. First person is like, I am telling you the story. Me, Max. I am telling you the story of me liking hamburgers. Okay, but the third person point of view is somebody else telling the story. It's not me anymore. It could be like Gavin is telling the story. Gavin is telling the story about how Max likes hamburgers. Okay, so first person and third person. We don't have to worry about second person. Okay, I've studied English for a long time, and I have never ever used the second person point of view. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so first person and third person point of view. Those are the only two that we will talk about. Okay, so let's look at the question. Did you want to say something? Sorry, I cut you off.
No.
No? Okay. Why did the author, remember, author is the writer, the person who wrote the story. Why did the author write in the first person? How does this help you understand the main character? Those are big words. Don't worry. Okay? So when we read the story, did they talk about the story like it was that person talking to you? Was it in the first person? Let's go back and look. Okay, let's go back and look. We don't have to read the whole story. Don't worry. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Look at the very first word in the story. What's the very first word? I. Okay. I celebrated the New Year's. I celebrated the holiday in the United States. I got my face painted like a lion. Then I watched a man carve animals from ice, okay? So we see all these eyes. We know that the person telling the story is in the first person. It's in the first person because it's them telling the story. It's them telling you about their story. It's not me. It's not Max telling you guys, hey, this is what happened to this girl. No, it's the girl that's telling you. It's the writer who is telling you. So we know it's in the first person. Okay, let's go back down. Okay, so it said, why did the author write in the first person? That's kind of a silly question. The author wrote in the first person because they wanted to. But here's the real question. How does this help you understand the main character? What do you guys think? How come they wrote in the first person? Why did they want to write it in the first person? This is a very hard question, okay? So don't worry too much about it, but I want to know what you guys think. What do you think? How come they did not write this in the third person? Now for this, there's not really a right or wrong answer. This is more of your opinion. This is what you think, all right? So if you come up with an answer, there's no wrong answer. This is what you think.
Be immersed.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Be immersed.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's try to put that in a whole sentence though. Let's answer this in a whole sentence. How does this help you understand the main character? I'm gonna write what I think. I'm gonna ask one of you to read it, okay? Like I said, this is just my opinion though. It doesn't mean that my answer is the right answer. This is just what I think. Notice I write, I think. This is what I think. I think this helps me understand because, okay, I think this helps me understand because it feels like the author is really in the story. Okay, and what that means is, let me read this one more time for you. Okay, it says, I think this helps me understand because it feels like the author is really in the story. Now, let me ask you a question. If you are going to tell somebody a story about your life, who would tell it better? Would you tell it better, or would your friend be able to tell your story better? What do you guys think? If I said, okay, let me just give you an example. If I said, hey, Jiahua, tell me a story about your life, but Jiahua don't say it. I want Yuna to tell me. I want Yuna to tell me Jiahua's story about his life. Who do you think would do it better, Jiahua or Yuna?
Jiahua.
Yeah, definitely, right? Because it's his story. Now, I feel like if this story is written in the first person because it really helps us understand, because the person who wrote it is in the story. He's not telling somebody else's story. He's telling their own, or she is a girl. She's telling her own story. So that helps me understand it a little better. I think I would understand Jiahua's story better if it was told by Jiahua. Okay, if I say, if I say, let me see, Gavin, okay, I was like, Gavin, I want you to tell Janet all about me. Tell Janet all about my life. Okay, who would do it better? Would Gavin be able to tell you guys more about me, or would I be able to tell you more about me?
You.
What do you guys think? It would be me. Okay, I'm sorry, Gavin. You probably are a great storyteller. I don't know. But I think I would be able to tell my story just a little bit better. Okay. So guys, do we see how first person and third person are different?
Yes.
All right. If I need to hear more yeses, or I'm going to keep talking about this for the rest of the class. If I hear all these yeses that you guys understand, we can keep going. Do we understand first person and third person?
Yes, we understand.
Okay, that's still one person. It's the same person. Jason, do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Cool. Thank you. Jiahua, do you understand?
Yes.
Awesome. Yuna, do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Thank you. All right, good. I'm not going to ask every single person, okay? But good. I'm glad you guys understand. There is a very, very big difference, okay? Now, we only have 5 minutes left. Let's try to do one page in our PB. Let's try to just do one, all right? These are easy. These are easy, not hard at all. Now, this book is more about phonics and learning sounds and how to say them and stuff like that, okay? So we are going to do page 260, 260, 260. We're just going to do one page and we'll be done for the day. Okay? 260. All right. Now I'm going to start talking because we're running out of time. I want you to listen closely, okay? It says some consonant pairs. Now, consonant, you might think like, hey, what on earth is a consonant? Okay. Now, who can tell me? A, E, I, O, U. What letters are these? What's special about these letters? What are they called? They're called vowels. Okay, these letters are special. They're called vowels. Every single other letter in the alphabet is a consonant. I'm not going to write them all out because there's way too many. Okay, so vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Every single other one is a consonant. Okay, so it says some consonant pairs. Pairs means two people, two things. Okay, so two consonant pairs means two other letters that are not vowels have a silent letter. The letters KN stand for the N sound. The letters GN stand for the N sound. The letters WR stand for the R sound. Okay, there's so many. Let's just take a look at them. Okay, we have 5 words here, all with different consonant pairs. The consonant pairs have a line underneath them. Okay, So number one is knit. Now, knitting is something I think maybe older people do. I don't think you guys do any knitting. At least I don't think you do. I don't do any knitting, but knitting, okay? You're like making clothes and stuff, all right? But it's spelled K-N-I-T. Now, this is the consonant pair, K-N. The word is knit. Which letter has no sound? That's called our silent letter. Silent means quiet. So which letter is silent? It has no sound.
K.
K. All right. Or else the word would be knit. Would you knit me a sweater? No. We say, will you knit me a sweater? So this word, this letter, I'm sorry, is silent. All right. Now we look at gnome. Okay. We know that the G is silent. When we look at wrist, our wrist, right? Our wrist right here, it's spelled W-R-I-S-T. This is our consonant pair. Okay, which letter is silent? Which letter has no sound?
W is silent.
W is silent, or else the word would be wrist. Wrist. Okay, same thing with thumb. Thumb. This one's at the back, okay? So thumb. MB. Which one is silent?
B.
B. We don't say, hey, look at my thumb. My thumb. No, it's just thumb. Okay, so B is silent. When we have these consonant pairs, two consonants next to each other, sometimes some of them are silent. Okay, so let's look at this really quick. Okay, we only have a few minutes. Underline the one that names each picture, then write the word on each line. Okay, so we're looking at these pictures here. Now, each one of these has a silent letter. Has a silent letter, okay? So that's just something to think about when we are writing these down, okay? Number one is when we tie something together, okay? Same thing like when you tie your shoes. You tie it into a, what is that called? It's called a knot, okay? K-N. Which letter is silent? Is the K silent or is the N silent? Which one is quiet?
K.
Okay, it's not a cannot. Cannot. Okay. Number two is called a, I'm not sure if you guys know this. I'm not sure if you guys like to work and fix different things, but this is a very important tool if you want to fix things. It's called a wrench. A wrench. Now, a wrench also has a silent letter. Which one would it be?
W.
W. Okay, good. W is silent. Okay, a wrench is something that you use maybe to fix a car, to fix your scooter, something like that. Like for me, before I became a teacher, I used to fix helicopters. That was my job before I was a teacher. This is a tool that I use every single day. Do any of you even, do you guys know what a helicopter is? 直升机 helicopter.
Oh.
I used to fix helicopters. That was my job before I became a teacher. I fixed helicopters every single day. Okay. Now, guys, we are out of time. Let's just do one more. We could do the bottom ones next time. Okay. Let's do number 3. This one is easy. This has like a song that even the little kids in kindergarten sing. Mary had a little.
Sure.
Had a little what?
Lamb.
Lamb. Good. Lamb. Okay. So Mary had a little lamb. Which letter is silent in our consonant pair?
B.
B. Okay. It's not Mary had a little lamb. Okay. And it's definitely not lamp or limb. A lamp is a light. All right. The song doesn't go Mary had a little light. Okay. She is Mary had a little lamb with a silent B. Okay. Guys, really good job. All right. I know today was a little bit harder. We learned a lot of different things at one time. Okay. But I think you guys all did a good job. You guys all say you understand, so I believe you. Okay, but don't worry, we will review a little bit. Okay, now I'm thinking next class there's something I want to do together. It's kind of like a small test, but this test is not a real test. It's more like a fun test, just to see if you guys remember. Okay, and we'll do it together as a class, so don't worry. All right. And it's really just for our vocabulary. It's not for much else. All right. But that's it for today. Thanks, guys. You guys were much more talkative today. And I really like that. The more you talk, the less I talk. Okay. And you guys don't want to hear me keep talking and talking and talking. All right. So thank you for being much better. Every class we will do better. Okay.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
All right, guys. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you,
Have a good
teacher.
day. Okay.
See you
Have a
See
good rest of
you.
Friday.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. See you Friday.
Bye bye.